the gray alien. It's usually the small gray alien, about 4 foot tall. He's got an IQ of about 80. What that means is that's, in human terms, is a moron. You say, well, you're just picking on him. No, I'm not picking at all. I'm telling you an observation for the last 50 years that I've worked on this. And the fact is, these guys can't even get the telephone right.
That's right. That's
they put you in the wrong location. They put you.
That's right.
They've been dropped off in the wrong, not only in the wrong house, but dropped off in the wrong state.
Oh man, that's bad. Are they conscious, or are they just robotic, and that's why they just do what they do, and that's it?
Well, again, we can get into that as deep as you want to, but the bottom line is that the alien, it depends on which one you're actually talking about, and what and we can run into as much details you want about it. But the bottom line is that the guy that picks you up is not really important. He is literally the pizza delivery guy. He's the pizza.
Yeah, he's an Uber, man.
That's it.
He's an Uber. Yeah, he used to be the taxi cab of the universe. Now he's the Uber, or Lyft. So I get you for sure. That's all he does. I always feel like he's disgruntled, and that's why he leaves you somewhere else, because he's just upset. He's not happy about the way things are, so he just dumps you off somewhere else. Golly, that's got to be. I know about the clothes inside out and stuff like that, and wearing somebody else's clothes or something like that. But leaving them in different locations. I know I've been left in different locations, but I'm by myself, and I'm like, where am I? Why am I on the wrong side of Philly? And I was like, yeah, where am I? I got to get out of here. But man, I can't imagine some other people finding that out and just freaking out, because maybe might even be the first time they even recognize that they've been taken alive.
Yeah, for sure. The amazing thing for me about the alien is to think of him as the whole system is a program. The different aliens, everybody says, well, there's all kinds of alien races out there and everything. Well, what I want to present to your audience tonight is a totally different viewpoint, and one that I think if anyone takes a reasonable approach at it and does what I did with it with the 7 hats, you'll come to some very similar conclusions that, in fact, there are not 7 races of aliens out there. The gray, the mantis, the reptile, the Nordic, and the Bigfoot, and that sort of thing. What you have is basically 7 different transgenic beings that have been made, hatched, cloned, or manufactured for a particular reason. And we, for the most part, haven't figured that out yet.
I believe the Bigfoot are the muscle of any projects and missions. What do you think of that?
Well, I think that's a good point. The Bigfoot, from my perspective, is simply he is just one of another piece of the 7 pieces of the puzzle, and he has a totally different operation. But believe it or not, he actually shows up in some abduction events. And,
yes.
A lot of people don't know that, but we've seen all 7 of them on board a ship at the same time. In front of the ones who made, hatched, cloned, or manufactured.
Who are the ones doing that?
That's a great question, and that gets into an area which most UFO people do not want to broach or discuss, and that goes into a subject that a writer named Sitchin started many, many, many years ago, and he literally never finished it, so to speak. he made a statement in one of his books I was reading one time years ago, and he says the gods came down from the heavens to the earth, and so on and so on. And I was reading that, and I'm not any kind of scholar in the Hebrew or Gartic or Sumerian language, but I knew that he was saying it incorrectly. So I called a friend of mine who is a scholar in all three of those languages and told him about it. And I said, why this guy who seems to be a PhD and all that, he can't even get the story right? And he said, well, that's fascinating. I said, he got part of the story right. I said, what he's describing there from a biblical perspective, and even from other perspectives, is simply fallen angelics that came down to the earth and to do whatever they're going to do, and that is the problem. And in my view, and based on evidence we have from other events as well, these are the guys that made hatch clone manufacturers. You will hardly ever hear or see of them in 99% of these events, but in the rarest occasions, you can hear about it. But the ones that you will hear about are the ones that hatch clone made and manufactured. And the purpose of that, the short version, but I don't like to throw a lot of fluff out there. I like to get to the point where possible.
Thank you.
Is simply that these guys they're the workers they are made, hatch clone, manufactured to convince you that they're aliens from another planet. And I'm here to tell you that ain't the truth.
What's the truth?
The truth is they were made, first of all, when you look at the alien, very specifically what they do, and you realize, my goodness, they're always from a planet you can't know anything about. You can't see it. You can't know anything about it. It's so far away, nobody can know anything. But a few really decent scientists have studied that to some degree and realized that wherever they are, the alien, and I'll use that term in general for these 7 characters, the so-called 7 species. They're not 7 species, they're 7 models. These 7 models